All right, thank you for that, Burninator. Good morning, everyone, or whatever time of day it is. Hello. Today is a slightly later starting time for the stream. We had a series of errands that we had to run, and I was hoping they'd get done in about 2 hours, and they took more like 3 hours. So we're a little bit later starting. Not going to have time for the early game today. Instead, we're just going to go straight into the Master of Orion, the Master of Orion game for today. And so we're going to pick up where we left off last week, which was, I believe that we had just finished off the Bears, the Bulrathi, and so we're going to go from there. So we were able to take over their last planet, their home world. Oh yeah, and I should announce on Discord. Wow, I am very much out of sorts today, aren't I? Burninator's keeping me on track here. Let me just put the Discord announcement here into today. There we go. Thank you for that. Okay, I just sent out the announcement. Alrighty, so this won't matter for people who are watching the recording, but for people who are trying to join the live broadcast, they should at least be aware. Yeah, so we had a lot to do this morning. I'll just give a little background here while people maybe can see the announcement and have a chance to pop in here. Our son William had a doctor's appointment this morning. It's his 18-month appointment. He turns 18 months, a year and a half next week. So yeah, had his checkup. Everything went well. It looks like he's doing great. So that's all good news. Doctor was very pleased with how he was doing. In addition to that, then I also had to run over and get an updated badge for work. I had to go get a new ID badge basically, and that was a process that could have been done in probably 15 minutes. Well, ended up taking almost 2 hours, because their process was extremely disorganized. So yeah, that was 18 months, not 18 years. So that took a while, and that's the main reason why this took longer. So anyway, that's what's going on. I can, if you want to, just kind of classic example of a large bureaucracy not handling a very simple task particularly well. But anyway, long story short, that's over with. Now we can go ahead and get started. So at the end of the last session, we wiped out the Bulrathi. If we were trying to just purely optimize this game, it would have been better to leave them with exactly one planet left, because what that did was we actually had really good relations with pretty much everyone, and now we have nuked our nuked our relationships with everyone. Everyone now hates us. Even people like the Meklars and Darloks, who I've had good relations with throughout the game. So now we are the pariah of the world. But I kind of did that deliberately because I think it'll make the remainder of the game a little bit more interesting, and we'll be able to rebuild these relations with some of them. So for example, the Darloks, they're at war they're not at war with the Meklar. Interesting. They've been at war with each other for ages. I guess they made peace with each other. Interesting. Actually, the whole world kind of made peace with each other, except the Sylons are at war with the Darloks. But if we bomb the Sylons, then the Darloks will like us again. So in order to improve relations, we kind of have to start hurting the AI. All right, I did want to do a quick check on my tech field. So we have an ECM jammer tech. Yeah, and we wanted to get that fusion rifle. Right, we wanted that fusion rifle. It took forever, but that actually does add 15 to our... it says add 20 to your ground combat rolls, but we already had hand lasers for 5, so it was a net plus 15, which actually does make a pretty big difference. Alrighty, so we got a jammer tech incoming. This is kind of irrelevant. We actually really want an armor upgrade, but hopefully there'll be one at the next tier. The class 10 planetary shield is going to be big. That's in the percentages. That makes us a lot safer. That gets us up to 15 points of shielding. We should be safe against almost anything except those neutronium bombs that I think the Meklar are running around with. We have advanced soil enrichment. This is the biggest one. We already have atmospheric terraforming, so we can terraform every planet. And we have so many big planets. This is just going to be huge. This is going to stack up 50 million more people on a bunch of worlds. So this is really big. And then hopefully we can jump forward to plus 60 terraforming after that. Ion drives are nice, I suppose. Gauss autocannon is slightly better, but not a big deal. The scatter packs really give our missile bases a lot of punch. So scatter pack 7 plus 15 points of shielding means our bases are pretty good. Alrighty. So anyway, hi there. Welcome. First time chatter. Little feature there. Hi, Just FF. Good to have you here. All right, so what we mostly have our worlds doing right now is the larger planets are shipbuilding. All the ones that have the little relocate order are the ones doing the shipbuilding. We still have some newer planets that are getting up to speed. Oh, so my desert ultra rich planet, I actually wanted to have this, since I don't immediately need ships right now, I actually wanted to have this keep building more bases. That was a thought that I had, is this planet's in a nebula. It says class Phi shield, but it's actually in a nebula. So I just want to get an absurd number of bases here. Hi, Sleeping Roger. I want to get this up to 200 bases right now. I do not want to lose this planet. So while I'm at peace right now, I'm just going to stack up even more bases. And the biggest reason being is the Meklar, this neutronium bomb is pretty terrifying. Anyway, did we have all spying turn? We just have a little... See what they got spying. All right, I was already trying to get an updated report on them. They're the only one that looks scary. The Darloks don't look scary at all. Like, their weapons are terrible. They don't have anything better than hard beam. Like what the heck? That's awful. And the Alkari and Sylons are weaklings in this galaxy, so they're kind of irrelevant. Our next step was going to be, I think we wanted to go hit the Sylons. There are a couple planets we wanted to get, and then so we're going to try to grab the Sylon planets and then go for the Alkari planets. And that was kind of the next plan. But first, we have to get these new worlds secured. We need a colony ship for Norwegian. Do I have one? I believe I have a colony ship already going to Norwegian. So we want to stand up Ursa and Norwegian. I think one of these is a colony ship, I believe. I can't click on it. Anyway, hi, Willow. Good to have you here. So I believe that's already going there. I think we're going to have the terraforming done. We have 1 million pop transports incoming, and then we'll ship pop into Norwegian. So I already had everything set up. All I have to do is click next turn, because I already had everything queued up from the end of last turn. But now we just need to keep our eyes peeled, make sure that we can chase away poachers. Yeah, so here's our colony ship. What's on this design? Okay, hard beams, whatever. They're going to retreat, so it's whatever. But I was afraid something wonky might happen if I tried to just automate it. Oh, okay, hello. This is a sizable fleet. This is a Meklar fleet. Okay. Ooh, they got a repulsor on that. That could be trouble. But I do have the core of my fleet here, so we'll see. Do they have repulsors on... They have it on both of their large designs. They have repulsors on. I hope I have enough initiative to shoot at those. Only 1 point of shielding, though. Okay. So yeah, they have no shielding on these designs. And they have pulse-on missiles on this one. Okay. I think we can kill these ships, though. We do have 17 larges here, so... yeah, let's move on out and see what we can do. Let's see if they even stay to fight. Oh, they're gonna fight. Okay, let's see what happens then. We're gonna try to... Actually, let's see if we can retreat. Let's see if we can dodge those missiles by retreating. Let's just wait here and see what happens. Alright, we managed to dodge the missiles. So this Devastator does not have a repulsor beam, so we can go shoot at this. Oh wow, not bad. We didn't really take any damage. Oh wait, actually, that volley of pulsons killed one of our ships. Okay. So I think we just have to wait here and hope that we have enough initiative that we can hit these guys. I don't know. We'll see if we have enough. Let's just see. Okay, we did have enough initiative, apparently. We're gonna get pushed back, aren't we? Okay, yeah. So as I said, we just have to wait. Nice. Repulsor, eat that. Repulsor that. So that's why the repulsors are not, they don't just solve all your problems. If the other ship has a lot of initiative, which we do, because we're the cats, we get +4 to our computer rolls, and that counts for initiative purposes as well. We're keeping this as Norwegian, by the way. So, yeah, they just moved next to me and instantly died. This is probably someone declaring war, yeah, okay. We actually had quite a bit of trade income with the Darlock, so that's a little unfortunate, but not unexpected. All right, so there are ships coming to Norwegian. We can move a couple of our ships over here, because Ursa's currently not being attacked. All right, so Ursa's maxed out. There's actually some pop transports incoming. So what we actually want to do is, because there's all this pop going to Ursa when it's already maxed out, we actually want to send some of this pop over to Norwegian, just so it doesn't get wasted. So Norwegian can hold 18 million. I think we have 18 million incoming, so we'll just send the full 18. There we go. All right, so we're gonna reserve spend here. Definitely want to double. Actually, I think we can do another tick here. So we just want this to not be, there we go, not be waste. And we just need to build like a crap ton of factories. I mean, you can definitely do some stuff with the repulsor beams. You can kind of cheese the AIs with it sometimes. Let's send like half our driver fleet over there just to be absolutely sure we have enough to deal with them. Chase that off. All right. So Norwegian can't really do anything until next turn when it gets the pop in there. Because this is the beginning of a turn, I kind of need to just cycle through my planets to make sure they're all doing what they should do. All right, shipbuilding, research, shipbuilding, research, shipbuilding, research. Wow, kind of alternating one after the other again and again. All right, Schrodinger. Now I wish I had Stargates so I could pop over there. This Darlock planet is certainly one we can look to grab because they just declared war on us. So we could look to grab that one. Although I think it might be in the nebula, so I don't know if it's that good. All right, Kitty is not being attacked. Okay, Hairball's doing shipbuilding, which I'm fine with, but I need to put it on a relocate order if it's doing shipbuilding, just so I know that there's ships coming out of there. All right, Norwegian, you're brand new. Ursa, you're building factory. Stray. Let's get a few more. This base is very isolated, and then I'll probably have it do shipbuilding as well, unless I need to feed the reserve. Shipbuilding. Oh, this planet is still not maxed out either. So we also need to spend reserve here. Well, I think it's pretty close to being maxed out. I have one ship over this planet. All right, so we can do 280 factories here at the moment. So that's about to max out, and then it can build some bases. Like as I said, I want to get up to 200 bases there. All right, Tau Cygni is not in the nebula. Oh, it's an ultra rich. Well, we're hitting that planet next turn. Let's just make sure we have Ursa stabilized, because I'm kind of trying to grab Kalis, Ursa, and Norwegian, but then we'll hit Tau Cygni, and then we can go from there. Then we'll figure out where to go from there. As I said, it's probably just grabbing these Sylon worlds, and then we'll head to the east from there. But I mean, another ultra rich planet, we're definitely going to grab that. We're just trying to grab all these ultra riches. It's pretty wild. Did we actually never scout this planet right there? That's definitely should be scouting that. And then there's two more planets up here in the extreme northeast. Let me see if I can do that in a second. Anyway, let me finish cycling through my planets. We were on Celia. Food bowl, little Chungus, big Chungus, yeah. Most of these planets are, okay. You should probably just be on research, yeah. You also only have 5 bases, but you're unlikely to get targeted because you're kind of too small. Normal now size 70, pretty wild to see that. All right, you're just feeding the reserve. Fat Cat is, okay, so that's all the planets. Yeah, so we still have pretty good research effort. We're getting close on force field, and then we'll have to build the planetary shield. So we'll have to pause briefly to do that. All right, the northeast corner, as I said, there's some stars up here we never scouted. It can't be Orion, because we know it can't be Orion. So you just go check that out for us. And then these planets are probably out of range, but you never know. This could be like a radiated world or something. Okay, I think we're in good shape. Aside from, all right, we got a spying report on the Meklar. So they have terraforming plus 50. That would be nice. They also have the class 15 planetary shield. Okay. If we could get the neutronium bomb, that would be nice. They're by the way, Battle Computer 11, their computer tech is pretty wild. The Meklar are by far the strongest AI in this galaxy. The others are all pretty weak. It's Orion 2 with 2 Guardians. I like that idea. All right, so we got to chase this away, these poachers incoming. Which one of the ships is this that they have? This one just has hard beams on it. Okay. They're going to fight again. Okay. You asked for it, buddy. Your funeral. It's a little hard to see how much damage it actually did. It did like 500 damage. So we can just wait right here. It's gonna have to move. Oh yeah, okay. Now they want to run. Unfortunately, they're the repulsor, so I don't think we can ever actually shoot at them. We almost managed to get bounced off them next to the colony ship. You can actually do that sometimes. Bounce off one thing. I guess we did manage to get to the colony ship. Well, that's fine. We didn't lose any ships, and we killed like half that little stack. So very successfully chased them away. We're actually not getting attacked anywhere. That's pretty wild. All right, you Stray are. I think you have enough bases now, so we'll have you start working on one of these ships, because why not? This is our best design right now. Just put you on a relocate order. I think we have enough reserve spending at the moment. If we start to get low, I can always pull one or two of these planets over to reserve spending. Okay. All right, so Norwegian, you... We'll give you as much spending as you can handle there. Ursa... And then Kalis was the other one. Oh, there we go. Okay. So you should probably just start terraforming. How many turns is it? Let's wait until you can do atmospheric in 2 turns, which you can't do just quite yet. All right, Ursa, 59 factories, and then Kalis was our other one. All right, so you're maxed out on factories, so now it's time for you to start building your... You apparently don't need very many factories at all. Get your defenses up. We don't need a ton of shields, because I don't expect you to get focused. I don't love having this Meklar planet right, right in the middle of my territory, but I don't really want to clash with the Meklar just yet. They're pretty strong, so yeah. Anyway, so this planet's just going to be annoying, and then there's like all these other worlds that are right next to my planets. Anyway, okay, so Norwegian's going to be a project for the time being. And otherwise, we're just going to continue to concentrate our fleet here, and then we'll hit Tau Cygni in a couple turns. At least Ursa will be able to build up... I mean, Ursa needs a ton of factories, right? I think it can go to about... I think it can go to 560 is its current factory count, like 560. So that's a lot of factories, but it is building them at 60 per turn already. So it probably needs about 6 turns. Anyway. Yeah, we don't... I mean, we have a definite core. Like, these planets are all pretty safe, but the Meklar... Yeah, the Meklar are just scattered everywhere. Their homeworld is right here, and then they're just, like, stretched out all over the place. Like, the Alkari have... Like, the Darloks have a core, the Alkari have a core. The Meklar are just kind of everywhere, spread out. And the Cylons are just very weak, so they don't really have much of anything. Good news is you can sometimes do these turns pretty fast. Okay, wow. Oh no, not the one missile base at Patches. Okay, so this is a planet we can actually colonize. It's not a very good planet, but toxic hostile. Still worth the effort. Alright, so Kalis maxed out. As I said, let's just get up to like 10 bases there, and then we can put it on. It's a small world. Then after that, we can put it on defensive stuff. Okay, not being focused at all, so that's cool. And by the way, I don't think that this planet can absorb any... Yeah, this planet can't actually absorb any more spending. We're already at the limit. So Ursa. Just making sure Ursa's getting doubled. I'll have you start terraforming now. Gonna have to do it at some point. Once we're able to terraform, we can bring in more people. All right, up to 70 factories per turn. Not bad. Not bad. So let's drop this down to like 5 of those, and the rest we can move here. And then I think next turn I'll hit Tau Cygni, because now I don't have to worry about Kalis anymore. We can start sending the pop already to this Tau Cygni. Gonna be a little easier to invade a planet that's not the Bulrathi. That was 2 turns, right? Yeah, that was 2 turns. Not like Food Bowl and Normal have anything better to do right now. Just on research. How far is it to go? Oh, this is an ultra-rich planet. I'm not going to send from there. How about Guyana? This is going to have to go through the nebula, isn't it? Yeah, that does not seem worthwhile. Okay. And these are not my planets. How's the Darlok ground tech? Not too good, is my understanding. Let's see. So they also have fusion rifle. They do have deflector. Okay, so they're basically like the same as us. So not terrible. They're about basically the same. So we invade at like even odds against them. Do they not have any terraforming? I'm not sure that they do. Anyway, so yeah, I'll just send from those 2 planets, Food Bowl and Nermal, because I don't want to send from Celia. So at 126 bases, but as I said, I want to get up to about 200. I'll feel safer if I can be at 200 bases there. It sounds ridiculous, but with no shields, I don't want to lose that world. Okay, I think we're good for this turn. Tech's getting there. This force, the shield tech should pop any turn now. All right, yeah, food bowl normal. We're able to replenish that. All right. As I said, Kalish is going to get you up to your new level of shielding. All right, Norwegian starting to get there. So we're going to have to start importing pop to Norwegian. I'll just give you a tick of spending anyway. It'll carry over to the next turn if there's an excess. All right, so who can send pop to Norwegian? Probably Deep Cat. This is probably the closest. 2 turns. Well, that's fine. We already increased it. Let's send like 15 mil. Deep Cat 9 can definitely do 15 mil without much trouble. That's fine. Just to make sure you have that. All right. Ursa, 80 mil. So it went 60 factories, 70 factories, 80 factories. It's building them pretty fast. And then this will be like another great world for us to work through. Okay. Yes, so we need to send the actual invasion fleet. I guess we'll send the Stingers. Let's keep like 5 of these behind. Kind of using our old driver ships as garrisons for the time being. And then we need to send from Food Bowl. Again, should be able to regrow that. And then from Normal again. I'm probably going to have to keep doing that for the next few turns. Well, we actually might take it the first turn, but then we have to refill it with pop afterwards. Salve, indeed. Have I ever played Age of Wonders? So we had a question about that before. I have not played that game. I took a look at it. It didn't look that interesting to me, I'm afraid. But I did get the suggestion, so enough people have been suggesting it, so... I'm trying to get their... I mean, we'll take any tech that they have, right? The BC-8 would be incredible. They have nothing in terms of weapons tech. So we'd really want construction or computer because they're really strong in both of those. I mean, sure, we'll take whatever tech they have. They declared war on me, to be clear. But we'll take this planet, and then I think I'll set my relocate orders to here, and then we'll look to good jump to... As I said, I'd like to clean up the Cylons. So I wouldn't... Maybe we leave the Cylons with one planet intact there, and we just start grabbing what they have elsewhere. We'll figure it out. But we'll grab this, and then we'll just start heading east, basically. Oh, no, it would be pointless to try to steal tech from them because they have BC-8 plus to the Darlocks, so they get an innate bonus against spying. You're just wasting your time if you're trying to steal against the Darlocks if they're ahead of you in computer tech. At best, you can sometimes get it from them if you're even, but it's still really hard. If they're ahead in computer tech, you're never going to steal anything. You're just wasting your spending because that's their racial specialty is they're really good at spying. All right. What do they have in terms of their planetary defenses? 4 points of shielding and hyper Vs. That is not going to get it done. Hard beams and heavy blast cannons. That's pretty pathetic at this stage of the game. Is this shooting at this? I mean, they're going to be able to escape, I'm pretty sure. But we'll fire just in case they're not fast enough. Were you really... I didn't think so. Yeah, they're just going to run. Okay. We'll bomb with this stack because we don't want to kill too much of the planet. Although I think I'm going to... Okay, they have 60 factors. It's probably going to wipe out... Oh, boy. Okay, that's not so bad. I did not want to do that much damage. We knocked out 50 of the 60 factories, so that means we probably will not get any tech here. Unfortunately, I could not do less damage than that. I would have preferred... Oh, we have battle suits up on them. Yeah, we didn't capture any tech, unfortunately. Just my ships were just too powerful in terms of the bombing damage they did. Okay. Deep Cat 9 finished regrowing its colonies. It's sent to Norwegian. And then Normal and... Oh, Food Bowl actually came out one short, unfortunately. All right, so this planet now, Tal Cygni. All right, by the way, are we getting attacked anymore? We're not even getting attacked here. So this planet, gonna have to do some spending here. Can't take very much reserve spending yet. So we definitely need to increase the size of this planet. But it probably makes more sense to do one turn worth of industry spending, just so we can like triple whatever factories are here, and then we'll do atmospheric next turn, which unfortunately means these people are, yeah, these cats are going up in smoke, unfortunately, but it is what it is. They're just going to kitty heaven. There's no room for them at the inn. All right, Norwegian, so you're still terraforming. And then Ursa just needs its, every turn it's getting like as much as I can afford to spend there. All right, so we have pop incoming here. Ursa 90 per turn. Very good. So it's like, I actually think it maxes next turn. That's good. I'm going to keep my relocate orders. Actually, let's change our relocate orders over to Food Bowl and start prepping the fleet to head in that direction. Just that they're heading in that, to that spot. Kalis now no longer needs this, so we'll send this Megabolt forward. It's going to go through the nebula, so that's annoying. This nebula is kind of being a pain in the butt. And then we can send the rest of the fleet forward shortly. But we'll just continue sending them forward. In terms of our overall fleet, we now have 7 of the new ships. Filling out our ultra-rich... I know, seriously, right? We have all these ultra-riches. We might as well colonize this planet, too. So let's go ahead and grab... Oh, well, we have to wait until... we have to wait until this is done, because if we try to build colony now, we'd build 6 of these, and I don't want to waste that much production. So we'll finish this in 3 turns, and then we'll build a colony ship for this, and then Stray can set it... Stray can just spend its time setting up that new planet with pop and reserve spending and whatnot. Anyway, so yeah, we took that planet off the Darloks. Yeah, the Meklar have clearly emerged as by far the strongest of the other races. So who dislikes the Darloks, the Mercians, and the Sylons? So yeah, so we actually boosted the Sylons up to neutral as a result of bombing the the Darloks there. We got an update on them, so let's just get an update on the birds, who also dislike us and are very weak. The nebula slows down ship movement. I think they move at half speed, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Yeah, build 500 scouts. They just kind of mess with ship movement, unfortunately. Okay, well, Celia is the planet that has like 200 bases, so sabotaging 2 of them, not exactly that scary. Again, like I said, until we have something we really need to worry about, I really do want to get it up to 200 bases, even though that sounds ridiculous. Okay, so Norwegian has finished the terraforming. That's good. So now, or finished the atmospheric portion of the terraforming. So now we'll be able to start importing pop. So I'm going to have Deep Cat 9 do another send, because it takes 2 turns to get there. There we go. That should cover it. All right, Ursa. Yep, Ursa's now going to be maxed out. We'll do one more turn of reserve spending here, because why not? You can see we've been tossing in. We spent even though I have an ultra-rich planet feeding the reserve, I spent it from 4,000 down to 2,500, because I was spending pretty aggressively on these planets. All right, so this will finish up the remaining factories. There we go. And then you're going to do that shield. Also, by the way, this planetary shield is not wanted to pop. I'm actually pretty glad that I'm not in a serious war right now. Imagine if I actually needed this tech, which I kind of have had sitting in the decent to pop odds every single turn for a while now. All right, and then, okay, now that Tal Cygni has... Wow, these ultra-rich planets, they get stood up very, very, very fast. Okay, let's go ahead and do the terraforming here. Going to take a couple turns, but still. It should do the atmospheric in 2 turns, and then we can go from there. As I said, Ursa's just about ready to be able to defend itself, and then we'll send these ships forward, so... Like I said, just making sure I have making sure to secure what I have. As I'll also feel better when that planetary shield tech returns or pops in a couple turns. But okay, all right, there we go. So now we need to pause temporarily to build a lot of shields everywhere. Oh, do these both move the tree forward? No, personal absorption does not move the tree forward. So we have to go to class 7 deflectors. I was going to say if these are at the same tech tier, I would prefer the absorption shield, because we already have class 5 deflectors. This doesn't really do that much, but it's the only way to move the tree forward, so we'll take it. All right. Yeah, Ursa, you gotta... All right, so now we can start building our shields. So we'll do 1 more turn of reserve spending here. Because why not? You can see we've been tossing in. We spent the even though I have a build that. So we're going to have to upgrade that. All right, Norwegian still needs to finish terraforming. Deep Cat 9. All right, Norwegian. Are you done with, you are not, definitely not done with terraforming yet. Yeah, you are not there yet. Or so you're building the shield. Okay, Talsigny, you, oh, wow, pop 35. We can ship in more pop there. Help that finish the terraforming. All right. First up, though, we need to get these planetary shields in place. So, just need to do that pretty much everywhere. And the planetary shield 10 is pretty expensive to build. So we'll have Garfield stay on research. I did that before. But everyone else does need to get the shield in place. You also should build a base, Patches, because the one you had got blown up. Schrodinger is my little exposed planet, so definitely want that. All right, yeah, you can finish it and build 3 bases, so I'm good with that. We already checked Norwegian and Ursa. Stray, same thing. You can finish it and do 3 more bases. Then we'll send you back to normal stuff after that. Let's see. You were growing pop, but now you need to get that shield. You're our new planet. You're also building it. And then Kalish will be good. Celia. Oh, Celia doesn't have to build it because it's in a nebula, so that just gets ignored. Food Bowl and Normal, you're going to be hit up for more pop shortly. But for right now, everybody builds the shields because we want to make sure our planets are safe. You too. You've been the one feeding the reserve. All right. Okay. So that world in the back line, what is it? Garfield's the only one on research right now, just to preserve our investment. But we'll get a whole bunch of the shields built. Yeah, they stole pretty outdated tech in the deep space scanner. Okay, that we'll have to fix. We're going to have a bunch of these worlds finish building shields. Okay. Normal, rebuild those factories, please. Okay. It needs to rebuild 24 of them, so let's just do that. There we go. Okay. All right, now we got to go back through our planets. So, no, not Catra. Catnip. All right, so yeah, you can go back to shipbuilding. Actually, why don't you do a research for a turn because we got to put Garfield on base building. All right, you just finish the base. I usually like to build 1 extra base that just makes sure that they're up to date. Did you finish the... No, you still need to finish the shield. Okay. So do that. Garfield, you build your shield. Same thing here. Just build the 1 base. All right, you're going to need to finish that. Patches. Build a base. Schrodinger, you're a little world, so you're going to need more time. Hairball, you definitely can go back to shipbuilding. Norwegian, you're still terraforming. Then we got to bring in more pop. Should be almost done terraforming after this turn. Ursa, did you finish? All right, you still need to build a couple more bases just for safety's sake. Stray, all right, you're done. So let's finish that ship. I know you're 1 turn away from the big ship. All right, you build the base. Oh, hello. We have an actual attacking coming. I didn't check this turn. You need to make sure that you finish your terraforming before anything else. Just making sure you're getting doubled production. Okay. Yeah, you need to finish that base. Celia's almost to my 200 million. 200, what was it? Almost to my 200 factor, 200 missile base count that I was shooting for. Big Chungus. All right, most of these plants are going to be done with the shield after this turn. Normal needs to finish its factories. All right, and you can go back to feeding the reserve because that's what you were doing. You already finished the shield, right? Yeah, okay. So you can go back to shipbuilding. All right. And I think we have enough that you can also go back to shipbuilding. Yeah, we have some money going into that. All right. Let's go ahead and see what this incoming attack looks like. Is this serious? Do we need to like marshal more forces? All right. So what's actually incoming here? It's a Darla. Okay, that's a joke. We can ignore that. By the time that gets there, this is an ultra-rich planet. It'll have missile bases galore by the time that gets there in 6 turns. That ship has like a hard beam on it or something stupid. All right. Let's shift you forward to Talsigny because Ursa's going to have missile bases after this. And then from Talsigny, I can shift it forward the following turn to Food Bowl. Or the megabolts at least can make it there in a turn. But we'll hold at least part of the fleet over Tal Cygni. Ursa just doesn't need defending with ships anymore. It's going to have its own bases. The Norwegian's kind of lightly defended, but doesn't seem to be the focus of the AI just yet. Okay. Again, the next biggie is advanced soil. We're actually going to have a lot, 4 of the 5 techs are probably going to pop it around the same time. All right. So, yeah, a lot of planets are going to finish their shields. We're going to have to go through the worlds again real quickly and just make sure they're all doing stuff that makes sense. Okay, first things first before I forget. So we built that ship out of Stray. So now Stray can build the colony ship. It still builds 2 of them, but there we go. You can put the rest into the reserve. And we do not want to relocate order because we want that to go to this planet here. Okay. All right. With that out of the way, let's see what we need to do. So Norwegian, you are finally done your terraforming. And so that means we need to toss pop in from other planets. There you go. It has a lot of factories to build. So you can, like I said, do the same thing as before. Send like 15 million. Probably to do 15 and 15 over 2 turns. Something like that. Ursa. Get me some more bases. This is an important, this is like, this is going to be a major planet for us. So let's get up to like 20-ish bases. And then we'll probably put you on shipbuilding after that. All right, Tal Cygni. You're the other planet we want. Actually, you know what, Ursa? Why don't you toss population at this world, this ultra-rich. And then you can go back to base building after that. Because this planet can hold quite a few more. And it's ultra-rich, so we really want to stand this up. We'll just send 20 million this turn. It's going to take pretty much all your income, but that's fine. We want Tal Cygni to be strong. All right, now for the rest of our planets. Again, just starting with the homeworld. All right, you're back to shipbuilding. You're back to research. You did finish your shield, right? Yeah. Okay. Whisker is back to shipbuilding. Garfield. You finished with that. All right. Shipbuilding. Licky, did you finish your shield? I don't think you did. Oh, you did finish your class 10 shield, Licky. Okay. I wasn't sure if you were done. Patches. You finished your shield, right? You got 1 base. Yep. Just making sure. Schrodinger, you finish that, and then we'll set you off that. That's good there. This did finish the shield, yes. Okay, shipbuilding's good here. Norwegian, we already checked. Ursa, we already checked. Stray, we already fiddled with. Deep Cat, we already fiddled with. Same thing here. Kalis, just making sure you finished your shield. You did. Very good. Celia is at 180. Just like 2 more turns there. Food Bowl... You did, but normal did not. Big Chungus, you need to go back on shipbuilding. Oh wait, what was that? I was actually on Little Chungus there. I was like, wait, it shouldn't take 12 turns to build one of these, and it did because I was on the wrong planet. And normal, you actually did not build the base because you had to rebuild your factories after that annoying spy attempt. All right, Pounce is feeding the reserve. Fat Cat, Catnip. All right, that looks good. Back to some decent research. Note that we are actually spending a lot of our income on ships now, but there's no getting around that. Once you build up a large navy, you're going to have to spend to maintain the ships, but it is a pretty big drain on the economy because like this planet would get 866 production, it only gets 675. That's because we're spending 7% on bases, 16% on ships. So yeah, if you have a ton of outdated ships, it's actually good to scrap them. So I think we're good for right now, but well, eventually we're either going to have to use up these drivers in combat or scrap them because they are costing us maintenance. Okay, so we have a lot of the fleet here at Tal Cygni. It's kind of where the core of the fleet is, and then it's assembling at Food Bowl. Actually, those 5 ships are probably sufficient to go take this planet Nitzer, which we still haven't explored yet. Let's move the newer ships forward to Food Bowl, and then maybe they can go smash Nitzer next, because we do have to scout that planet before we can hit it. But I think that's the next target. We're just going to keep rolling forward across the map, snapping up everything in our way. Did we never actually scout this world either? Which planet is this? Oh, there's a Spud world here that we never actually scouted. not controlled by anyone. So we're basically just ignoring the Meklars and trying to grab everything else on the map. We might as well grab this planet down here too. Did we ever scout this one? Oh, it's a minimal world. Okay. What is on that planet? We did get the scout on it. Way down here. Probably worth grabbing, because why not? It's out of the way. It's not like the AI is going to target that. Way down there at the bottom of the map. And then this planet, this doesn't have a planet here. By the way, we did have some requests to try to take Orion, which maybe we'll do at some point. But just, like, my fleet's not really anywhere near there. And I also don't really have a kill the Guardian set up in this game. So I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but we'll see. I know there were some requests to try to go after the Guardian. All right, this is probably someone declaring war on us. Yeah, it's amazing I was able to get a non-aggression pact with the Alkari at all. All right, there's our colony ship. There you go, normal. Good job. Good job, Garfield. All right. Okay, all those planets are back to doing what I want. Good. A lot of the smaller worlds back on research now. Okay. So, Deep Cat 9, go back to ship. Actually, I'm probably going to have to send more pop to Norwegian, aren't I? Yep, going to have to send more pop to Norwegian. Alrighty. Send it like another 20 mil. I think you can afford to grow that. Yep, you should be okay. Alright, Norwegian. Trying to stand this planet up. I think I have overfed this on the reserve, but that's fine. It doesn't get wasted, it just rolls over to the next turn if it's more than it can handle. Alright. So we have like 20 or 35 million coming in. So that'll fill that planet up and have a little excess, which is fine. But it'll be full. All right. Tal Cygni, this ultra-rich planet. So we still are doing terraforming here. This planet's ultra-rich, so... we need to make sure that this is done terraforming. It's actually... Wow, okay. This planet's going to be pretty big once it's done. If I can feed all that into... like, I have 107... So that's going to grow at least another 20 million pop there. All right, let's have Ursa send 20 mil then. Because why not? It's going to take most of Ursa's income to do that. But all right, cool. Not bad. All right. Just checking to see what I've got here. That should be more than sufficient to drive that away. Plus, I can build missile bases on top of it. All right. Let's send. Let's go pay a visit to this planet, Nitzer. We can't send pop transports yet because we haven't scouted it, but yeah, that's a real possibility. Mentar is not far away either. All right, you are going to go back to building our current design of the moment and relocating it to Food Bowl. One other nice thing about the relocation orders is not only do they get the ships there a little faster, it also just tells me which planets are building ships by having them on the map. Kind of nice being able to see who's building ships and who isn't. And Celia, 190. Next turn, we'll swap this over to military production. But yeah, we should be good. Yeah, I just moved the colony at Stray. Yep. Just send it forward up to this spot. So we'll need a name for this planet, Neptunus. I'm going to actually colonize something new. Alrighty. Let's see what this... Okay, 40 bases. They have 14 points of shielding. Okay, so the fusion bombs are not going to do a ton here. But we do have very good attack level. Merculites are going to hurt for sure. But we do have 5 points of shielding. So that cuts out half of the damage that they do. Because the Mercs do 10 and we have 5 points of shielding. So that's going to help. What's on these larges? Heavy fusion beams. We can certainly deal with that. Well, they're gonna fire at us. And we're going to lose at least one ship here. Okay. Might lose another one. It'll be close. Nope, we're good. We had just enough healing that we were okay. Yeah, not irrelevant by any means. By the way, note that we get the message to colonize Neptunus before we get the question of do you want to bomb or invade this. And the reason for that is the way that the game handles it is it goes at the... I can show this better on the screen, but it processes the planets in order. It starts at the top left and then goes across and then the next row and then the next row. So that's why that happens. Anyway. Captain Meow. Beans. People like beans. This is not an especially great planet. So now we'll get the question, do we want to... All right, well, first we get the scout. And then it's like, do you want to invade or bomb? We want to invade this because the Sylons definitely have some tech that we can pick up. All right, unsurprisingly, we're first in Empire population. Meklar, really the Meklar are the only ones that are relevant as far as the other AIs. The others are just kind of there to feast on right now. Okay, so the Alkari officially declare war. Kind of shocking that they weren't already at war with us. Oh, I guess we weren't technically at war with the Sylons. Well, we are now. Anyway, okay, so Ursa, I still want you to get some more bases. You've just been supplying the other world with population. All right, so Tau Cygni is still the only place that's being focused right now. All our other worlds remain untargeted. And we got another Megabolt we can move forward. So yeah, the Cylons, what they have is decent in terms of stuff. Yeah, we're close to getting some more techs there. So what we really want is all this computer tech. They also have improved robotics 5, which would be amazing, but they're very weak in terms of the others. Like their weapons are pretty terrible, but their computer tech is incredible. Like if we could get BC 9. Anyway, we should get the max 6 techs if we invade them here, because they had a lot of factories, and their ground tech is actually not that amazing. So they also have apparently everyone has fusion rifle in this game. Personal deflector, but I don't believe they have they don't have battle suits, and they don't. I think they still have Duralloy for their armor, so we actually have a pretty big advantage over them in terms of ground combat. Lots of factories there. Yeah. So let's get the Marines. For once, we're actually gonna have an advantage when we attack. Oh, 3 turns. Okay, well that's fine. I was hoping it would be less than that, but. Yeah, we should be all right there. Well, anyway, just have all these planets in the neighborhood send. I guess you are slightly closer. Looks like you might not grow all that back, but that's okay. All right, why is it that Nermal and Food Bowl, my like tiny little planets here, are always the ones that are in position? It's like, why can't I have a large planet that's full of population be the one that's sending? No, it's always these little dinky worlds. Anyway, whatever. They're the ones in range. All right, and Pounce isn't ultra rich, so I don't want to send from there. Only do that in an actual emergency. All right, anyway, you can now swap off that. And meanwhile, Beans, we're going to need to send Pop to Beans. So even though it feels bad to have an ultra rich sending Pop like this, it kind of has to be done. No other planets even remotely in range for up there. Okay, as far as our other planets up here, Norwegian. I want to keep making sure that you're getting your... Okay, it still says I can't dump any production in there from the reserves, so I guess it's already being doubled. This is going to max out Norwegian on Pop. Deep Cat 9. Now it just needs to regrow the 1 Pop point. There we go. Ursa, you're building factories. Tau Cygni. Can we spend anything here? Trying to get this planet going. You're also kind of over leveraged on reserve spending. All right. There we go. So this will finish terraforming. You're ultra rich, put the rest in industry, and then it looks like you can hold another 20 million or so. So Ursa, once again, I'm going to rely on you, Ursa. You're helping these other planets get started while you're still working on your own bases. All right, so that looks good. Going to take a turn or two for the Marines to get over to Nitzer, but we're kind of rolling through the small fries of the galaxy right now. Yeah, okay. You want to come back and fight? Oh, they actually managed to build 4 more bases. Wow, impressive. They do have a lot of industry there. I mean, they have improved robotics 5, so they can, you know, build a lot of industry. Kind of wish I didn't have to bomb them here because it's going to do more damage to the planet, which I don't want, but kind of have to. Well, Norwegian's building factories still. Nope. As it says, it's going to take another turn or two for them to get there, but I believe we have a pretty big edge. In terms of the ground combat when we actually do get there. All right, Deep Cat 9. All right, yeah, Tau Cygni already building 66 factories per turn. Cool. All right, and then a bunch of these planets remaxed on Pop. Okay, so now Ursa can finally just build more bases for itself. Are we getting attacked anywhere? Still just that Tau Cygni. So this planet can build up to 300 factories right now, and it's already building 66 per turn because it's ultra rich. So that'll max out in like 2 or 3 more turns. We can easily swat this away with the driver ships there, so it's fine that there's no bases just yet. Norwegian, yes, you are a much longer away from having the capacity to build missile bases. So we'll just make sure that you. Apparently, you're still getting doubled production here. I think. Let me just test this. Yep, you're still already doubled. All right, so now we need to send population forward. Continue sending our fleet up. Okay, so food bowl. You apparently oversent last turn, so I guess that's about the most you can do. Normal. Remember, we have to fill up the planet again with pop after we capture it, so. Same thing here. You weren't able to handle that many either. Okay, well. Regrow that. Whiskers. Now, apparently I eyeballed too high of a number for all these worlds. Normally I'm pretty good at hitting what they can grow back in a turn. Anyway, so we have our report on... Yeah, these guys suck. I think I'm just going to permanently keep 1 tick on the Meklars because they're the only ones who really matter in terms of population. We should be good. All right, they were not able to rebuild a base that time. Still have 400 factories there. So we should be landing with, what, like 70-ish Marines? 48. I thought we had a slightly more than that. Yeah, they just have titanium combat armor. So Zortrium is +10, Battlesuits is +10. The others cancel each other out. They get +5 for the Defender. So we have +15 on our dice rolls. Pretty big edge. Yeah, you can see it makes a difference. For once, we actually have an edge in ground combat. Good thing we grabbed that fusion rifle. Without that, we would have been dead even. Just made it a lot easier to take this world. All right, give me some goodies now. So this is the 3/8 message. It means we have what's 3/8? 37% of the galaxy. The next one comes at half the galaxy. Titanium is the starting armor. Yeah, they had no upgrades. Okay, range 10, kind of irrelevant, but whatever. I guess it's better to have more range. Okay, we're researching II. I think we have II-5, so this doesn't do anything for us. There we go! Robotics 5, yes. Now we can do 5 times factory count on our planets. Excellent. No, but we're going to start building those. All right, and then that's another huge advance in computer tech. BC-8 is big. Big. And this is better than our top construction tech, too. Help clean up pollution. II-4, okay, that's pretty big. That's going to let us skip the entire next level of tech because we're researching II-5. Also, we just got to improve robotics 5, so this means that we have to build more factories. This makes the factories cheaper. Very nice. Oh, we're actually researching that right now. Ugh, lack of armor. We're missing all the armor techs. That's a bit unfortunate, but that's still really big. All right, we got some juicy prizes from those guys. Wait, Beans is being attacked? By what? We don't have any ships up there. Okay, well that's pretty sad, but what we can do... All right, we can handle this. We still have that Stinger design, right? Yeah. So we're going to have Beans defended by this. We're going to cram out, we're going to send 58 Stingers here, and that should be enough to chase off whatever this is at Beans. All right. So yeah, those are some really nice prizes. So we're researching. Let me just show you on the tech ladder. There's no in-game tech tree in Master of Orion. You have to. This was back in the day when the game would come in an actual physical box, and so they wanted you to like look at the instruction manual that came in the box for that kind of info, which seems very quaint in this day and age. But remember, this game came out in 1994. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to flip over to this so you can see the desktop. All right, so this is the computer tech tree. A lot of you have seen me pull this before, but if you're new to this, the tech tree works like a ladder. You have to get one tech from each rung to move up to the next one. You can research multiple ones on the same rung, but you can't get to the next rung of the ladder until you have at least one tech in each level or step or whatever you want to... I use the metaphor of a ladder. It could be like a staircase, whatever. All right, so we are currently researching ECM6. We did not have Improved Robotics 5 in our tree, but we just looted it. So we're researching this right now. Well, we just pulled this tech from the Sylon, so now we can just jump ahead to either this. We probably would just go for Robotics 6, but like we get to skip an entire level of tech and just jump ahead. The other place where we kind of did that was construction. So we were researching this II4. We just pulled it from them. Unfortunately, tritanium was not available, so we had to do reduced waste 20%, which is kind of pointless. But eventually, we can get up to neutronium armor if there's nothing else. But yeah, we missed, kind of missed everything. We got Zortrium, but we missed Andrium and we missed tritanium, which would have been nice. So anyway, just showing kind of what's in these fields. I know it's in the like first couple tiers, but when you get to like the 6th or 7th tier, it kind of runs together, and I'm not sure exactly what's in which one off the top of my head. Yeah, and the copyright protection is very, very cute too. All right, so yeah, we got to build more factories. Everybody wants to build factories, so that's good. And then we also want to defend this planet. But first of all, we're just going to go through and we're going to be building these factories. Also, look at our waste cleanup. Our waste cleanup is almost non-existent now because we have reduced waste 40%, I think. Yeah, we have 40%, plus we have enhanced eco. So we clean up waste at like a pretty ridiculous rate. All right, so factories, yeah, we just gotta build factories pretty much everywhere because we're going from 165. So right now we're at 4 times factories. We go to 5 times. So we can build another, whatever the planet's size is. That's how many more factories we can build. So we can build 165 more factories here. All right, so we're just gonna go through and build the factories, and it's gonna say refit for like everyone, except you, Garfield. You're going to stay on research, so good luck with that. Good luck with that, Garfield. All right. Industry. Again, you can automate this, but I'm too much of a micromanager. I always do it manually. All right, beans. Want to make sure you're getting some reserve spending, beans. So we do want to terraform you, but let's get at least a few factories built. At least you can build the factories very cheaply now because we have the II4. The factories are pretty cheap to build. Like at 28, so at the start of the game, you could only build 2.8 factories with this, but now we're actually getting, wait, why are we only getting 2.6? Huh. Didn't it improve our factory construction? Oh, wow. Maybe it doesn't, maybe the tech hasn't kicked in yet. All right, Norwegian, you're still just on factory construction. You're going to be there doing that for a little while. You still are not taking reserve spending. And it does take a long time to stand up a planet from scratch. It just takes a while. How many factories are we building? I mean, our factory construction rate's actually excellent. This world only has 49 factories, and it's doing 23 per turn. That's actually pretty wild, just starting from a base of none, so it takes a while to get there. All right, Ursa, refit. Stray, you need to get out those stingers, then we'll build the extra factories. All right. Talsigny, you are already building the factories as an ultra-rich. Now you can build even more of them. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, late game ultra rich planets, 97 per turn. Gonna max out pretty quickly from there. And then we'll have just another ultra rich to play around with. But yeah, most of these planets are just building those factories. And then we'll have to send more pop to Nitzer. All right, so Nitzer, you need to terraform. We got more popping coming. As much as you can handle. Just terraform. So this is actually a pretty good world. I don't know how much terraforming there is on here, but it looks like the planet's going to be over size 100, which makes it a good planet at this stage of the game. Going to take a little while to stand that up, though, because we did bomb out a lot of that. Well, actually, most of the factories did survive. I think there's still 400 factories there, so we just need to get pop on the world. And we have a decent amount incoming already, but I do want to build these factories first. All right. So the only world doing research is Garfield. It would be nice if some of the text were in the percentages when this hit, but it's not. So we still have, yeah, we have probably like another 50, 60 million pop incoming. And then as soon as we're done building these factories, I'll have food bowl, normal, etc. Start sending. All right, so what's incoming here? Okay, I think we can handle that. I think we can handle that. And then the question is, where do we go next? I think we'll hit this planet next. I just want to get rid of this one. Well, get rid of it sounds pretty bad. In fact, I can probably start sending down there as it is. We can just split off like a small... Okay, well, they do have 15 bases. That's not nothing. I want to send like 10 of these ships down there. Let's wait a couple turns until I have a few more ships in the area, and then we'll go from there. If we can get, we also might want to design a new ship because we just increased our tech levels pretty good. Just increased our battle computer. Oh, when we get the ion drives, we'll design a new ship so we can do a warp 6 on the ship because we're very close to hitting this. That would be a good time. Put all our new toys into play. Yeah, the Dark Star, the evil version of the Death Star. All right, let's see if our hastily built group of Stinger missile boats can drive these guys off. I'm just going to wait one more turn. I want them to move closer because these missiles do have a limited range. They can try to like outrun them, and the missiles will disappear. The ones from bases will never disappear. Okay. What? What was that? Oh my god. You were whatever. Did they like not know that? Did they like not know that I had stuff on there? They're gonna just run away, as expected. Okay. And then this again has heavy fusion beams on it. Again, not an insignificant design, but not something to worry about. Oh yeah, we have to stop Stinger production. Agreed. Okay, Fat Cat, not too scary. All right. Well, we built some extra Stingers. You're right. I did build some extra ones. Oh wait, those are the ones that just were built this turn. Never mind. That wasn't a waste. Those were the ones I built this turn. Okay. Stray. Back to industry. All right. So Beans at least has a little bit in the way of defense. I'm not getting attacked anywhere. That's wild. I can't believe the AI is just kind of leaving me alone to this extent. Anyway, we should see what's on those worlds up there, just out of curiosity. Like, we know this is Orion. They're probably like radiated, either none planets or radiated worlds. We do have a scout over here, so the scout can go check that out and just see. I'm just curious what's on there. It'll either be like a little toxic radiated world or something. All right, we got to once again scroll through our planets because we don't want to overbuild factories. All right, yeah, Catnip's still working on them. You know, a lot of planets building a lot of factories. You're still on research. Yep. They'll remax pretty quickly on the new factories. It should only take a turn or two in most places. And then you have worlds like this, which are already maxed out because it's an ultra-rich planet. Yeah, I could have... I mean, believe me, I made that mistake sending forward... accidentally sending the wrong ships forward sometimes. That definitely happens. All right, we'll start your terraforming right now. And Stray, it feels bad to do this, but let's get the 10 million that this planet's missing. You can regrow it and then put the rest in industry. All right, that'll max out Beans at its current pop. You're apparently refitting already. That seems odd. You won't take any reserve spending either, so I don't know. Ursa, building factories. Stray, we just looked at. Factories. Yep, you're refitting factories. Pretty much factory. Oh, you're already maxed out because you're ultra rich. Go back to shipbuilding. All right. Nitzer, yes. Oh, wow. This planet's already got 500 production. Holy cow. So we don't need the pop. We can bring in pop from other planets. We just want to finish the terraforming. All right. Looks like it's going to be like a base 130. That's going to make it very easy to invade other worlds. Nice. And it has 440 factories still sitting here. That's great. That's really nice. All right. Nitzer should be able to defend itself reasonably well. So let's send 10 of these forward. Or 10 of these I'm going to send down here. I want to go for this planet Raiden. But we'll send to Schrodinger because they can do it in 2 turns. And they can pop from Schrodinger down here. 10 should be plenty to take out the defenses there. Yeah, this is a pretty good world, this world Nitzer. And then any reinforcement ships would just send forward here. In fact, I probably should just send my fleet relocation order here to Nitzer. Yeah, there's not really anything behind that I want, so we'll just relocate our go-to orders to here. How are we looking in terms of population? We're pretty far out in front of the field. If we can get advanced soil to pop, we might be getting close to the point where we can vote ourselves the winner, but we probably are looking more at 2550 as opposed to 2514, because we're definitely not getting anyone else's votes in this. And nobody else is going to vote for us in this galaxy right now. Also, these guys are still the ones to beat. We're gonna continue to stay away from these guys right now. We don't even have a weapon that can hurt them right now. They have the class 15 planetary shield, so they only have class 3 deflectors. That's kind of weird, but they do have 18 points of shielding, so fusion bombs won't work on them. We'll need a more advanced bomb. I'm gonna go back for antimatter bomb in the tree after my next research if I don't find anything else I want. All right, so Stray, yeah. You can just max out there. That sounds good. Oh, wow. Okay. Beans already is doing a number on the terraforming. Cool. Well, Stray, even though you're, again, an ultra-rich planet, you're going to have to keep hitting up this world for extra pop. Sorry about that. Just the way it is. You're the only one in the area. You're just helping this planet survive. Oh, Schrodinger's getting focused. Oh, with the whole Darlock fleet. Okay. Well, then. I don't think the Darlocks have anything on those ships I have to be worried about, to be honest. But we will not take chances. We are going to get some more bases. We should be able to have 35. Oh, and you know what is so timely? Guess what's going to be at at Schrodinger just in time? I actually have the core of my fleet heading straight there too. Okay. Yeah, they're just sending the house at me. But again, I don't really think they have anything on those ships that can hurt me. Like, their weapons suck. They don't have anything better than the hard beam, which, you know, is fine, but is nothing special. So, like, what are they going to do? Try to hard beam me? That's not going to work. So, just not too concerned about that. Anyway, we'll get a spying update on these guys and then go from there. I'd actually be happy to sign peace with them. Maybe I can scrap their fleet and then they'll just be willing to sign peace. Because I said I want to go after the I really want to go after the Alcarian. The Sylons have so many juicy planets. We're just going to grab this and then shift up here to the center of the map and go from there. This is a Spud world, by the way, this planet here, I believe. And then we want to grab, as I said, grab these juicy Sylon and Alcari worlds that are barely defended. If the Darlocks are still holding out after that, maybe. But I wouldn't mind. I would like to flip the Darlocks to an ally, because then if they vote for me in the council, the game's over. Because the Meklars are going to be my opponent in the council. So, you know, consume the weaklings of the galaxy, flip them into an ally. Meklar will be the ones who are my council enemy. Anyway. Just according to Keikaku. Alright, anyway, so a lot of these planets are going to be maxing factories. So let's just make sure we don't dump 10 billion points into the reserve. We already have we have so many ultra-rich planets. We have a lot of reserve spending. Alright, Garfield, you can do the refitting now. Other planets are going to take over the research load. We'll sort out what's spending on what after this. But for right now, we'll just put all the excess into research. But we're going to have all these planets. All right, Schrodinger, we already checked you. Kitty. Oop, not quite enough there. The smaller the planet, the more we have to focus on this. Now, did I reserve spend here just out of curiosity? I thought I did. Well, just take a little extra reserve just in case. Because we have all these rich and ultra-rich planets, we've been able to really abuse reserve spending in this game. All right, Norwegian is finally at the point where it does need reserve spending. How's it? It's up to 100 factories, so it can do 400. So get a long way away, but starting to make some progress. Ursa is going to be maxed out. That's good. We'll put the rest in a few more bases. Stray we already fiddled with. All right, Deep Cat 9. You still need your shield because you didn't have it. You'll build that pretty fast though as an ultra-rich planet, so I'm not too worried about that. Okay, that should be fine there. You're ultra-rich. You already finished everything. And then we're going to need to import more pop into Nitzer, maybe. Nitzer's also eating up a lot of reserve spending. I might have to put 2 of my ultra-riches on reserve temporarily. How many factories, by the way? Okay, you still need more of the factories. Yeah. Let's just put a little bit more into pop, because more pop would be good here. And you can grow it relatively cheaply. Well, we'll get some extra reserve here, because I'm overspending a little bit on factories on some of these planets. I'm trying to avoid doing too much of that, but I am overspending a little bit on some of the factories, so... Jeez, come on, Slider. Alright, you go back to feeding the reserve. So we'll get an extra reserve out of this factory construction thing of a doodle. Okay, and yeah, now planetology's getting close. Propulsion's getting close. Going to design the new ship as soon as that pops. All right. Now we're going to get a billion messages about planets maxing their factories, so just going to click past all these, and then we'll cycle through the planets real quick again. If you're curious, how am I going through these? It's F2 and F3 cycle through your planets if you're curious, and then F8 and F9 check where you're being attacked. But you need to have the upgraded scanner tech for that. All right, Schrodinger. We're going to hold the fleet over Schrodinger to see if they can help out on this world. But yeah, we should have 35 bases. I'm pretty sure that's plenty to chase this off just because they don't have anything scary. Now, this fleet looks really nasty, and I mean, it is. It's a serious fleet. But like the 1002 is a medium design. So you got to remember mediums, 1/6 the size. That's effectively equal to, what, about 130 larges? Now, the 86 and the 119 are large designs. Again, 6 larges equals a huge. So together they have, what, about 300 larges? So that's equal to about 50 huges. And I have 10 huges here. So they outnumber me roughly 5-1 in terms of like fleet strength there. But they don't really have anything that can crack the missile bases. So I'll probably just retreat my ships in all honesty. Because I don't think they can hurt the bases, and that's what matters. Anyway. All right. So we need to... Again, we're pretty much done with all the factory buildings. Now we have all our planets back to doing what they should do. Total planetary income's up to 16K now. Not bad. Also, we definitely need to feed the reserve for the... Wait, did you not max out your factories? You are, I think, too short. I must have misclicked that or something like that, or 8 short or something. All right, well, whatever. That'll get fixed soon enough. Whiskers, you did not max your factories either. Did I misclick on some of these? Oh, well. Garfield, you are behind. All right, you... Shipbuilding world. Licky. Patches. Schrodinger's doing its own thing. You did max out factories, right? Yeah, you did. Okay. Beans, yes. Some of these cat names are just so funny. All right, you still need you're still working on the terraforming. I'll have Stray max its factories this turn, and then the following turn I'll have it send pop to Beans, depending on where that ends up. Norwegian. Also, Hairball, we need more reserve spin. We've been really aggressively doing reserve spin. You go under reserve for right now, and then I'll probably pull you off that when I get some more reserve spinning. Ursa. Last turn I'm going to build bases on Ursa, and then I'll have it probably start shipbuilding next turn. Yeah, I already looked at Stray. Okay. Shipbuilding. Tal Cygni, you need to build some bases. Fortunately, you should be out of the nebula, as far as I can tell. That looks good. That looks good there. Food Bowl. Okay. Food Bowl, you need to send some pop over to Nitzer. Because you're like one of the worlds that's close enough. Just make sure you remax. And Nitzer. No more population growth for you. You're going to get it all from other worlds. You got a pop infusion coming from Food Bowl and Normal. All right, this should take you relatively close to being maxed out on factories. So what, you can do 700 factories? That should take you pretty close. All right, that looks good. Shipbuilding here. Normal, you need to also send to Nitzer. And then this should be enough. The pop that's going there this turn from Food Bowl and Normal, that should max it out. You're feeding the reserve. You need to go back to shipbuilding. Actually, just about done that. All right, and then that should be good. Okay. All right, so we have an actual battle of consequence here at Schrodinger this turn. Yeah, Schrodinger's really doing its own thing. Well, it's building defenses basically. So I suspect my fleet is just going to run away and let the missile bases do their thing. Alrighty. So as we said, what's on these designs? Yeah, it's all hard beams. Okay. So what's most dangerous? This Tarantula is probably the most dangerous. It does have an Ursal Stabilizer. Also speed 3. Only 1 point of shielding though. Jeez. Yeah, they can't hurt my defenses. 15 points of shielding. The hard beam is, I think, 8 to 12. Does deal full damage against shields, but I have 15 points of shielding, so they can't hurt. Yeah, they can't hurt me at all, so there's no reason to get my fleet killed here. We'll just hold them for 1 turn and then retreat. I think the most dangerous thing I think the most dangerous thing is the tarantula design because it's got that warp dissipator on it. The venom is pretty irrelevant. I also like shooting at the tarantula because it only has 1 point of shielding, so it's just going to get absolutely torn to pieces by what I have. So we'll shoot at the tarantula design. I think it's that and the viper are the most dangerous, unsurprisingly. As I said, we'll hold 1 turn. Where is that? We'll hold 1 turn and then retreat. We are using our scatter pack, so if you're curious what we have on the planet, 15 points of shielding, 3 scatter pack. So we have, this is equivalent to 35 times 3, that's 105. 105 missile launchers, and then each one launches 7 missiles at a time that each do 10 damage. So we're basically launching 700 missiles that deal 10 damage apiece, if you're curious how the math works out. So as we say, we're going to fire at the tarantula. Oh wait, did I pick the wrong one? What's the tarantula? I said, no, I picked the right one. Let's get you out of here so you don't take a volley and take damage accidentally. Yeah, that was... See, if the inertial stabilizer moves your... lowers your defenses down... speed down to 0, you can't retreat. They're going to kill my scouts, but... small price to pay to wipe out a lot of their ships. Look how... oh, look at the scatter packs. They are slow missiles. Should have fired stingers. They would have actually hit the target before they could get away. Ah. Oh well, we still killed a decent chunk. Not bad. And now I'll have to retreat and try again. Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of messages about this. Okay, yeah. You've maxed out. I mean, I did turn and run away, so I can't exactly say they're cowards. Oh, hello. Beans is getting focused again. Is it by a more serious fleet? Not really. Not really. In fact, Stray could maybe even finish one of these before they get up there. Oh well, we'll figure something out. Stray is going to continue doing its best to defend that. I don't know what's on that design, but a whole bunch of Stinger missiles can probably chase that away. All right. Anyway, so this now has to go retreat. We killed what, 60 of these? Not bad. So now Schrodinger can go back to maxing out its industry and put the rest in that. All right, Mega Bolts, come down here and grab this planet. Schrodinger's the only place that's... Actually, Patches is close enough to send as well, and we can start sending now. Can you do 25, or is that too much? That is definitely too much. I think you can do 20, though. Might as well start sending now. Okay. All right, let me just make sure, again... Some of these planets were doing weird stuff. Yeah, like you should be on shipbuilding, Whiskers. Garfield, good, you're about to max. Okay. And now I think we're finally done with this round of terraforming. Well, actually, factory building. We weren't terraforming. We were factory building. Reserve. Okay, so what are we going to do here? Beans, you need to finish... you need to finish getting your terraforming done. Apparently, you're already maxed out on reserve spending. Yeah, you still can't quite... You still have a fair bit of terraforming to go. So, yeah, I think the best thing to do is we're just going to keep building missile boats here for the time being. Stray's just going to continue. Stray's completely maxed out. It's going to continue. Wait, where are my missile boats? I must have clicked past them. Yeah, there we go. Just keep building. I mean, we can have well over 100 of these by the time they get up here. That should be easily enough to drive away that Warhawk, whatever's on there. All right, Norwegian. This is why we've got the reserve, is so we can do this. Get you. Good to go. All right, 40 factories per turn. Slowly getting there. Ursa, you now can do something more useful. You're reasonably close to the front line, so I think I want you to this. But I think I can now pull another planet, maybe that's a little further back. Maybe it can... Like, maybe Deep Cat 9 can go over to research now. It's a smaller planet and it's further from the front lines. So maybe we can do that substitution. Because I don't need quite as many planets on this. Yeah, there's Deep Cat 9. Okay. Tal Cygni, no, this is ultra rich. So this is why you do want to check your planets periodically. I definitely don't want this planet doing research. That would be an incredible waste. All right. So Nitzer is about to get maxed out on pop when these two arrive. You actually maxed out your factories. Oh, wow. Yeah, 700. Okay. So this will get you, now we just need to get the shield built and then have our fleet bounce back from down there in the south. And then we're ready to hit our next target. Been able to make pretty steady progress in this game. I guess it's because the opposition's been kind of weak, if I'm being perfectly honest. It's been a pretty easy game. All right, that should cover everything. So let's see if we can go grab this this Sylon planet down here in the deep south. And how's our research coming along? All right, 4,200. Planetology is about to go in the percentages. Computers propulsion are. Again, ion drives would be nice. Let's see if we can get some more tech from this Sylon planet down here as well. Like if we can steal 3 or 4 more techs from them, that would be pretty nice. Like if we could get the BC9, I mean, geez, that would be that would be pretty nice if we could get that, and then just attacking at effectively attack level 9 plus 1 for a battle scanner is 10, and then plus 4 for being the Mercians. It could be attack level 14. It'd be pretty insane. Anyway, well, let's see. Shouldn't have much trouble taking out the defenses here, unless they manage to get some new tech. No, they're still at the same tech level. Even managed to knock out some of the damage there from making the missiles pass through a asteroid field. Yeah, I don't think they have enough to get through the auto repair. Well, that was easy enough. Yeah, 200 factories. We should get 2 or 3 techs from that. Garfield, Schrodinger. All right, yeah, Schrodinger. Well, you're going to be growing pop, Schrodinger. Beans. Beans is almost done terraforming. Uh-oh, we got more invaders up there at Beans. Them hitting Beans is like whatever, though. This is not a target we care that much about. All right, Cylons. Yeah, I mean, Stray, you just keep popping these out. You know, we can actually do reserve spending on Stray, so we build more of these. You ever do reserve spending at ultra rich planets? Yeah, it's a sight to behold. You can crank out 40 of these a turn. That'll get us 120 missile boats. That should be pretty good. All right, Beans. Already maxed out on reserve spending, apparently. We need to finish the terraforming. Almost there. Yeah, we should get close to finishing the terraforming here. All right, now I don't have to go through every planet now because I think we're good. Just need to make sure keep reserve spending here at Norwegian. Keep those factories under construction. All right, Tau Cygni. So these ships now can move forward to Nitzer. Tau Cygni can defend itself now. We'll just do another turn or 2 of base building, and then I'll probably put this on the reserve. Have this feed the reserve as well. All right, Nitzer. We're slowly accumulating more ships up there. We don't need to Nitzer, and this will have its own defenses shortly. Okay, so now we need to focus on this planet down here, Raiden. Schrodinger unfortunately cannot send that much, but it should be able to do 15. And then we've got some popping coming from Patches over there. What did we send? We sent 20, and it was able to regrow that. It should be good enough. Okay. Now that we chased all that away, I'm gonna keep 2 of these down here, and I'm gonna send the rest of these back up with the rest of the fleet. 3 turns. Well, we'll move you to Schrodinger first, then, and then you can jump up from there. Once the fleet's reconcentrated at Nitzer, we'll go hit our next target, which I think we might go hit the Sylon homeworld because Mentar is right here. Might as well, and then that gives us a jumping point to go for the Alkari core. Yeah, I think we'll just hit this next. All right. So I don't know what's on these ships, but let's see if they can outrun these. Yeah, you better run. Sure, whatever. Okay, so there was nothing on this planet down here. Nope, we are not bombing. Again, we know we have the ground combat advantage here. I don't think we take the planet this turn, but I do think we take it next turn. It's nice when you have the advantage in ground combat. Yeah, 15 and we killed like 30. Not bad. Yeah, we should take it on this upcoming turn. All right, Nitzer's got its defenses going. Very nice. Actually, maybe we should hit this. Actually, I guess we hit this planet next. I thought that this was a Spud world, but it's been staying in Alkari hands, so maybe it actually is one of their main planets. All right. Raiden. We did 15. And we were able to do the 21 million, so we'll just do that again. Or 20 is close enough. So this should definitely be enough to take it. And then we wanted to send these ships back north again. Never got a scout on this planet. Feels strange not having that scouted. We're just, again, ignoring all the Meklar planets, including this one that's completely surrounded by my territory. And we're actually able to get... You know, these guys, are they at war with somebody? They're allied with the Sylons. Well, as long as they're allied with the Sylons, I probably will not be able to flip them to our side in any potential war. Okay, anyway, so up here. Beans. I think we have enough stingers at this point to drive that away, but I guess... let's have Stray do at least one turn of population infusion up here. Because this planet's pretty far below its max. Beans, I mean. I guess it's just about done terraforming, isn't it? Probably 85 million max. Alright. Shame there's no culture mechanics, so the Meklar planet would have been devoured by your culture. Yeah, I kind of like the fact that there isn't, though. Like, the culture mechanic is obviously pretty cool and all that, but I'm actually not that upset that there isn't one in this game. It's kind of nice having a very old game that doesn't work like that. All right. So you, as an ultra... Oh my god, ultra-rich planets can build these things so fast. Okay. Well, since you can build this so fast, and then Hairball, I think, can come off reserve spending. What this does mean is that some of the smaller planets that are not ultra-rich can come off of shipbuilding, I think. Ultra-rich, ultra-rich. Like, Nyaral can probably stop. Nyaral's also kind of far back in the back lines. Have the planets that are really good at shipbuilding do that. Yeah, you can probably just go over to research now. And then that'll get us to the next tier of tech a little faster. Okay. Yeah, we're at 5,000. So now the biggie, advanced soil is in the percentages. That's pretty nice. So hopefully that'll pop. That might be enough to win the game in the council, honestly, because we do have an awful lot of planets. All right, yeah, they only have 10 pop one here. This should be more than enough. Even though it's only 35 landing this turn, it should be plenty. All right. Give me the Battle Computer 9. That's the one I want. We got an older one. Older missiles. Okay, that's an outdated tech. Also outdated. Oh, wow. I don't think we hit it. Nope. All older stuff. We did not get their top tech, for what that's worth. See, they're willing to assign peace now because I'm hitting the Cylons. Again, I wasn't actually interested in going after them. No, I want to hit their homeworld before I sign peace with them. I thought about it. Okay, so Stray. Patches, Schrodinger, okay. Beans is still the only place getting attacked. All right. Yeah, it's a slightly unfortunate that we didn't manage to pull BC9 because we kind of got everything else that we would want, but that's okay. So if we take one more planet, we can probably get that. And let's just see if we can get an updated spying report on them. Now we probably could steal whatever the Alkari have, but they don't really have anything we care about. I guess they have Warp Dissipator. That's about it. So those battle computers were outdated. We already have Battle Computer 8. So it didn't matter that we got Battle Computer 4 and 5. Like I said, those were kind of outdated. So now we're kind of waiting on this. We have like a round of techs that are all about to pop. I guess at this point, since Gauss Autocannon's about to hit the percentages, we probably should wait for Gauss Autocannon to pop too. And then have that be the next gun that we're going to use. All right, so Beans. 2 turns. As I said, I think that this is enough ships, but just to be on the safe side, we'll do one more turn of shipbuilding here, and build another 40 of these Stinger missile boats. That should be plenty to drive this away. I certainly hope so. Alrighty. As I said, I think most of our planets are doing good things. So our fleet's about to reconcentrate, and then we'll go hit, I think we're going to go hit Aurora next, because we are at war with these guys. I don't see any reason not to. We'll leave the Darlocks alone, because as I said, I'm not really interested in picking a fight with the Darlocks. We're all the way up to calm with them. Let's just see if we can get them to break that alliance with the Sylons. Sure. That's cheap for this stage of the game. Okay, so now we've flipped the Darlocks around into an ally. So now they're going to like it as we continue bombing these guys. So they probably should vote for us now in the council. Somehow we've avoided ever fighting these guys. I don't know quite how that happened. So we won't get any of the other 3 votes, but with the Darlock vote, we might have enough to win. If we can get advanced soil to pop, without advanced soil, I don't think we can do it, but with it, I think we have a decent shot. I'm aware that they have an alliance with the Sylons, right? That's why I just got them to declare war on them. Scumbag me. All right, so we're still working on Norwegian, so we're just going to continue dumping reserve spending in there. 56 per turn. It can currently do, it maxes out right now at 400, so it'll be maxed out next turn. That's cool. And then we have a new planet that's we just added down here, which unfortunately we do not get the option to rename, which is too bad. Lil Raiden down here. So we want this to finish terraforming, and then we'll stuff it full of pop. That's going to be your job, Schrodinger, is you're just going to give this planet more population. We'll see if we need to do another send the following turn, but we definitely do this turn. It actually does have quite a few factories for its size. See, it does have 200 factories. And we'll just keep these 2 ships down here for the time being, because it's going to be a while until we have missile bases built in. We want to make sure that it has at least some defense. It's probably not going to be targeted, but we have enough of these ships, so like, why not? All right, ECM Jammer. So this is an option here. But obviously we can hopefully get this from the Cylons. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to click this as our research option, but we're not going to put any spending in it. Could also do hyperspace communications. This lets you reroute ships when they're en route, but I don't think that this is that valuable. I don't find this to be that used. There is some abuses that you can do with this. You can actually have population transports. You can have like 300 pop just in transports flying around like from destination to destination without ever actually arriving, and then you just route them all to a planet when you want to invade. But that's a very micro heavy thing to do, and we really don't need to do that. So we'll just do this, and then as I said, we're going to just drop all spending. What's the best way to do this? We'll just dump it all in weapons for right now, because that's the other tech we want to pop. We'll just dump it in weapons for the moment. All right, Raiden. We've got like a scuffle going on at the very top of the map and the very bottom of the map, which is pretty funny. Okay, it looks like we don't have to send any more pop because we still have this infusion coming from a couple turns ago. So Schrodinger, you can go back to research. Patches, you can go back to research. Okay. Meanwhile, up here, Norwegian is finally maxing, so we can stop reserve spending here, and then we can build the shields. I guess you need most of this turn spend, and then we'll be good to go there. All right. So then the other question is, we've still got whatever's going on here with beans and whatnot. The Okari, okay, that's a more serious fleet. Stray, you're going to have to keep building more ships. I want you to finish maxing out beans first, though. So it needs another 20 million pop. So let's send this. This will get it at least close to maxing out on pop. We're going to need some more ships up there, I think. Well, we're going to be down here at Aurora, and then we're going to hit Mentar, so we can probably just move the core fleet up here and chase whatever's on these ships away. Rerouting transports that are going to a friendly AI planet is the main reason to get hyperspace. Yeah. Okay, so that... We're going to hit this planet. I don't know what's on this planet. We'll just send everything here. I didn't know if this was within 4 parsec range. So yeah, I don't know what's on there, but we'll go from there. And then Nitzer, you can finish this, and then next turn you can start shoving Pop into Aurora along with Food Bowl. Yeah, so we should be good. A lot of stuff about to pop as soon as this, as I said, as soon as it's the weapons and the propulsion, when they pop, we design the new ship design. All right, so I don't know what's on this. All right, apparently they didn't want any part of those Stinger missiles, though. All right, what's on this planet? Oh, this is a Spud world. Okay, well, whatever. I thought that this was a built-up planet. What's on this design, though? Heavy blast... Oh, it does have inertial state. It does have a warp dissipator, so that's not... We have to take that seriously as a threat. But they're just going to retreat from this battle, so it doesn't matter. We don't even get the option to blow it up. I mean, is it even worth the effort to try to grab this world? Well, it's going to be so easy to invade. We'll just invade and take it over. Why not? By the way, we did not pop any text that turn, so that was a little disappointing. All right, Stray. Working on Beans, but Beans is going to need a while because this is a smallish planet and it's standing up from scratch. All right, we got how many turns? 4 turns before they get here. All right, so most of the fleet, we can. How long does it take to get up there? We have 20 of these. 2 turns. Okay, so we're fine for right now. We can send in another turn or two. Aurora should be able to take this planet pretty easily. I don't know that it's very valuable to have, but whatever. Like, why not? This should be more than enough. Just sending from these 2 planets. Was this a 1 turn or 1 turn? Nice. Okay. That should be plenty. All right. And then meanwhile down here. Oh, hello, Raiden. You're going to get a little lovin' from the AI, it seems. Well, not going to take you too long to max factories. Beans, you're just doing what you can for right now. All right, well, what's on this and how many? Okay. Oh, it's just population, whatever. That's irrelevant. Okay. All right. That was a fast turn. Let's see if we pop some of these texts now. Stray is doing research. Okay. Yeah, you're right. I needed to swap that. Okay, well, there's ion drives. There we go. Both of them coming in the same time. Nice. I'm happy to take the high energy focus. Awesome special. Increases firing range by 3 for your guns. Very nice. And I think this will solve our bomb issue. There's a neutronium bomb at the next level. Now we could go back for... Oh wait, we already did go back for antimatter bomb. I'm forgetting. Well, we're still going to go for neutronium bomb. This means we can cut through any... We have plenty of guns right now. This will cut through any shielding. If we have to fight the Meklar, this will be useful. Yeah, we did not get any tech. That's unsurprising. By the way, the battle suits have been really good in this game. Wow, 5 of the ships. Man, I wish that those hadn't all been built, because then I could have swapped them over to the newer tech. But anyway. So Raiden is still getting focused, and then we've got, yeah, the conflict on Beans that we have to worry about in 3 turns. Yeah, Stray, you need to be doing something better than this, even if that's... Well, anyway. So we need to scrap one of our designs. I think we can scrap the scout designs. Let's get rid of them. They served us well, but I think we can scrap the scout designs at this point. All right. Time for a new ship design. Ooh, I always like this graphic. This one just looks nasty. All right. There we go. We still just have the class 5 shields. And sadly, we don't have anything better than Zortrium, but no one else has anything better than Zortrium either. And I think that we now have enough to go up to the 3 movement points. We have enough space. All right. So, I mean, we could put the repulsor beam on here if we wanted to. And it doesn't take up hardly any space, so we might as well. I think we might as well do that because it's so little space to do. Not that it's going to help that much at this stage of the game, but you never know. We're going to have more initiative than the other ships, so one space ships will get pushed back by this. All right, so what can we fit on this old ship? Well, let's see. We can do 32 gas autocannons, or we can do like a ton of megabolt cannons. I think the gas autocannon's still better. So let's definitely do that. This is a very nice gun. You might say it only does 7 to 10 damage, but it has shields and it fires 4 times. It's very good against ships that have heavy shielding, but it's also very good against poorly shielded ships because it fires 4 times. Just a very, very nice gun. Anyway, so we'll put our antimatter bombs in. Boy, these are very cheap. Let's get 30 of these, and then that should leave us probably room for about 25 guns. How many does this allow? 26. That was a good estimate. Okay. So 2 banks of 13 each. Just put our 1 nuclear missile on. Wow, these antimatter bombs are really cheap. 35. Okay. Note that this is an antimatter bomb with attack level 13 on it. So this will be Gauss 6, and these now move at 6 tiles per turn instead of whatever we had before. Okay. I don't suppose we could build one of these ships. Yeah. Can almost get up there in time. I'm just going to put this on the new design. I can get there in 2 turns on the relocate order. Sweet. All right, we got to swap all the planets over. And we're still waiting on that planetology to come in. So these ships are more expensive, but they're going to be worth it for sure. All right, it's 2 clicks on any planet that has the new design. Or, oops, patches, you're not building anything. But they'll start rolling off the assembly line soon enough. All right, Beans, you are not shipbuilding. There we go. Stray's already on the new design, just in case Deep Cat 9 would ever start building ships again. So we'll start getting them in a couple turns. Nitzer, you're big enough to be a shipbuilding world too. It's rare that I have the scout scrapped, so it always feels a little weird to me when I don't see the scout design on a lot of these. Yeah, so this design 3600, this one 4700. So we have fewer. We had what, like 50-ish megabolt cannons on the old one. This one only has 26 guns, but they do fire 4 times. And we also have we also upgraded from fusion bomb to antimatter bombs. Plus we have repulsor beams too. Not bad. And we're a little bit fast. And we also have 3 moves in combat instead of just 2. So all that's pretty nice. Shaped like an M for meow, indeed. Indeed. All right. We have reserves, so we'll keep spending it. 51 bases per turn. Pounce should still be feeding the reserve. I'm just double checking that that's actually happening. All right. And then up here, Aurora, which amazingly is not getting invaded by anybody. So we need to terraform you. I'll just keep a couple ships in play, but I'm not going to spend much. I'm not going to do too much on this planet here, Aurora. I mean, I guess we can relocate to this planet because it's a little bit better. Have to remember to send from, because there's definitely a couple ships going to Nitzer, but we'll just have to remember to send up in that direction. Nitzer, you're fine to stick on research for the moment. We're going to go hit Mentar now with the core of the fleet. I'll leave, as I said, leave like 2 of these. That leaves 4 of those ships behind. But we're going to go hit Mentar, and then from Mentar, we'll send the fleet up to defend Beans. Because it should only be a short jump up to Beans after that. Because I want to get the remainder of the Sylon tech. And then we might be willing to make peace with them after that. We'll see. Or not. We also might just opt to keep hitting them. But the Alkari are going to be next. We're going to grab Mentar, and then we're going to start slicing into the core of the Alkari worlds. Oh, there's one more planet I didn't scout up there. Oh, wait, it just got grabbed by the Sylons. I neglected to scout that world. Oh well. So yeah, we've just continuing to ignore the Meklar while grabbing every other planet we can. Population, I don't think we're going to be able to win this council vote because the advanced soil enrichment didn't come in time. But that's really all we need to win the game, is we just need advanced soil at this point. Alright, so here's the Meklar homeworld. Same as we've had before, 14 points of shielding and Merculites for their weaponry. This is a Mega Bolt Cannon, inertial stabilizer. Okay, not a bad design. Attack level 9. Hits pretty hard. But, I mean, it's 9. They have 9 larges. I have 20. What is this? How many? 29 huges? Okay, good. So they also wasted their first missile volley by firing at my little missile boat instead of a real target. Oh. Is that enough to kill? Probably going to kill one ship. Nope, just a little bit short, and I don't think they're going to get another one. Here, we'll move you away because I don't want to. I want to minimize the damage being done to the planet. We do less damage if we hit with this stack. Yeah, they have a 500 factories. We will certainly pull the rest of their techs from that. Yeah. Hey, I just signed peace with you. Go cry me a river. Okay. So this is still incoming, but this is not really a cause for concern. Oh, well, Raiden's already maxed. Nice. I'll toss it some reserve spending just so we can get that base up a little bit sooner. Again, we've been able to really abuse the fact that we have so many ultra-rich planets in this game. It's very, very convenient. Okay, so that should be fine. All right, next up. We have this incoming attack at Beans. 2 turns. So, again, we're going to send about half of these ships up there, leaving the rest to defend Mentar. All right. 2 turns, so 4 there to Aurora. The 4 that are here shuffle over to Mentar just to make sure we're still covered. All right, so now we need to invade that. Now we need to invade Mentar. So the good news is we have much better engines now. So now we can do the we can send Pop from further away. Again, Nermal and Food Bowl always seem to be involved in these invasions. They just have very strategic spots. Like they can get up there in 2 turns. But Nitzer is the biggie that can hit this planet. Nitzer's quite large. Should be able to do 27 million, no trouble. Alright. How Telsing. That's ultra rich. We're not going to pull that. But Ursa should be able to hit in 2 turns as well. Oh, 3 turns. It's disappointing. Well, we'll still send anyway. And Ursa, you should be able to send a little bit more than that. There we go. And then Stray could also send, but that's ultra rich, so I'm not sure I want to send from Stray. And Beans is still working on defending itself from this latest attack. So I guess that's good for right now. We do have the big ground combat advantage over these guys. So yeah, let's keep going. Got the updated skying report. Yeah, they really have not much. They have soil enrichment, but we're literally about to pop advanced soil, so I don't think I have to worry too much about that. Again, somehow we're still trading with the Meklar. Inexplicably have left me alone the entire game as the strongest AI. They just sat there and let me pick apart all the weak fries throughout this game, which is really quite nice. And then this one, Aurora, is... this is kind of on the back burner. I don't really care that much about this planet, but we'll go ahead and double its production so it gets through atmospheric terraforming a little bit faster. World War II Sweden, kind of. All right, yeah, they're just going to retreat. I don't need to click that out. All right, there it is. Unfortunately, it's coming 1 turn before the council vote. So this is 300 BC to do the advanced soil. I'll go ahead and do that manually. Unfortunately, the only option to move forward is complete eco restoration, which is not a particularly useful tech. Our waste cleanup is fine. We really don't need this, but it is what it is. As I said, it's the only way to get this. All right. Hopefully those... now it's the council vote. Yeah, so we didn't have time to deploy advanced soil. I think we actually could have won the council vote here if we'd had advanced soil in play. Oh, we actually pulled the Darlock's vote. That might be enough if they voted for me. 4 votes to the Alkari. Yeah, they're both going to vote against me. Okay, no, that's not enough. They have enough to... The 3 of them have enough to block me. The Meklar alone definitely do not have enough to block me. So yeah, we have half the galaxy. So by the time of the next vote, we'll be able to vote ourselves the winner. Yeah, by the time of the next vote, we can just vote ourselves the winner without much trouble. So, as I said, with advanced soil, we might actually have been able to do it right there. That's convenient. Norwegian finished the class 10 planetary shield. All right. We're still getting attacked at Beans, but again, we have our fleet incoming at Beans. All right. So, time to do the big one, the big terraforming, advanced soil enrichment. I was gonna say, wait, we still don't have shields on these planets, but it's Beans and yeah, it's just the 2 planets that we most recently conquered. All right. I suppose they don't have to start at the homeworld, but kind of nostalgic starting out at Catnip. All right, so when it goes from saying Gaia to clean, that's when you know that you have enough to max out to get the terraforming done. So time for a big old round of terraforming, and then we'll get started on the factories after that. Garfield, you will stay on research, as you always do. It's 300 BC is the cost. It's pretty expensive, but... And, of course, smaller worlds like Licky need more of their spending to hit that than the larger worlds do. All right, and then we'll just put the rest in reserve spending. Again, this is the reason why I don't do large maps that often, is because when you have more planets, it just takes longer to do this. I have 28 planets now, so... Yeah, I'm not concerned about this potential invasion, so I'm perfectly content to have you do the terraforming, even though you do not have your shield done yet. We've also been able to hit the... I've said this before, that the smaller the planet, the larger the galaxy, the easier it tends to be. Beans, you... Actually, can you do the terraforming? You might be able to. I don't know if you can... No, he's not... You can't quite... Actually, yeah, with this, you should be able to do the terraforming, and... Why not? While you're building up the factories, you can grow pop at the same time. All right, Norwegian, you as well. So, like, Norwegian was a little size... It was a Tundra size 20 initially. Like, it's size 80 now, and it's going to be, like, size 120 something by the time this is done. All right, Ursa, you do not need that much spending. Now, this is coming at kind of an awkward time for our invasion of Mentar, but... It's not the worst thing, because once planets are converted to a Gaia environment, they grow pop at 50% faster. So it's actually easier to do invasions afterwards, because you grow back the pop at such a crazy fast rate. All right, oh, you are a small planet, I forgot. You're ultra rich, but that only doubles ship defense and industry spending. Does not double eco spending or tech spending. And you're a small world too, so it's going to take like all your income to do this terraforming. All right. But once I do the terraforming this turn, I can have the smaller planets send... Like Food Bowl, I don't really care about. It doesn't have to max factories immediately. I'm content as soon as it terraforms to just... Oh, you still can't do this, because you still have to do the atmospheric terraforming. Hostile planets can't take advantage of soil enrichment. Only planets that are non-hostile can. But fortunately, atmospheric terraforming means every planet, even if they're hostile, can be converted into at least a minimal environment. So that allows you to apply the advanced soil to everything. All right, just about through all these planets. As I said, it takes longer on a bigger map, which is why I don't play on these maps that often. But this map's been fun. I mean, it's been a very easy game. On like a 1 to 10 scale, this is like a 1 out of 10, or maybe a 2 out of 10. But yeah, you're ultra rich. Remember Fat Cat? Got so many planets now, it's easy to forget. And then there's Catnip. We've cycled around to the beginning again. All right. Let me just make sure my ships are in the right place. Nitzer does not need these. You can go to Aurora. I'll just shuffle this forward. Aurora doesn't seem to be getting targeted. All right, so we have more than enough to deal with Mentar. All right. So yeah, this will do the terraforming. So that was a good question. How much max pop does Gaia give? It's 50% of the base value of the planet. I'll go ahead and highlight that. Base size by 50%. So on very small planets, it doesn't really do that much. So it's not going to do hardly anything here at like normal. Normal was base size 10. So this is not going to get much, but it will convert it to a fertile environment so the population grows 50% faster, and that's worthwhile. Where it's really valuable is on your biggest planets. So like Fat Cat was base size 110. So Fat Cat's going to get 55 more. It's going to go from 150 to 205 after this. Basically, the way that the system works is the soil enrichment benefits your largest planets the most because it's a percentage, whereas the improved terraforming is a flat amount. So this benefits your smallest planets the most because, like normal was base size 10 plus 40 takes it to 50. Where that's a much bigger benefit than going from like 100 to 140. But advanced soil benefits your biggest planets the most. And the good news is I have a lot of very large planets in this map. But great question to ask. Give a little bit more explanation on how the terraforming mechanics work. Okay. Beans, now it's time to drive off this fleet. All right, what do they have on here? Heavy blast cannons. They do have, inertial stable. Oh, no, they do have warp dissipator on this, so we have to kill this Warhawk design first. We do not want to get frozen in place. Now, they're probably, I was going to say they'll probably just retreat, but who knows? In any case. Because I am very slow movement. Yeah, they just took out. Now, fortunately, they were dummies and moved right next to me. Because I only have one movement on this ship. If they hit me again, I can't move. But the good news is they were stupid and moved right next to me. They could have just danced back at range and hit me with the warp dissipator. So we'll just retreat out of here so we don't lose more of these ships. This can easily kill everything else, even though it's very slow. So they're going to get away because I can't move. Another reason why I don't really like having just the 2 movement if I can avoid it. But as I said, sometimes you don't have a choice. All right, we'll see if this can take out the defenses just with our stingers, so we don't have to bomb the planet again and do more damage to it. We might have to, though. We'll see. No, we only did 1 point of damage. That's not going to be enough. I guess we will have to drop some more bombs then. Oh, well. 2 damage. Yeah, that's not enough. They have... So the thing is, they have 14 points of shielding, and stingers do 15 damage. So, yeah. We got to drop some more bombs. Not what I wanted, but that's okay. Okay, food bowl can easily replace that. Yeah, unsurprisingly, we shot those down. Now here comes our own transports. If you change hostile to minimal, does it change the base size? It depends on the initial starting amount. Like a barren planet, I don't know if we have quite enough here. I don't think we have quite enough. Like a barren will just go to minimal. It won't change the base size. But if you convert a radiated to minimal, it actually adds plus 20 to the base size. Why does a warp dissipator look like a mold cannon? Yeah, I don't know why it looks like that, but that's kind of how it functions, yeah. So we don't have quite enough here, but you can see we are killing them at a much higher rate than they're killing us. So now that we've got the terraforming done everywhere, I'm going to send Pop and we'll take that over. Oh, the space amoeba's showing up. We are getting into late game. All right, it's going to tell us that every planet's converted to Gaia. So, oh, there it is. It looks like it's in the north. Our main fleet should be able to handle that. All right, I think so did we convert everything into Gaia? Yeah, they all say Gaia now, except Aurora, which is our newest planet. And you can see we just gained a lot of pop, and that's before we really start growing the population too. So on the races screen now, you can see we're starting to really pull away. All right, now unfortunately I do have to cycle through my planets again. The one downside to this, so now we need to build the factories. If we were close to a council vote, I'd just have us do the growth first, but we can do the factories first. Let's see. So we're now 190 times 5. So that's 950, I think, is the new max here. I think. I actually built a lot of them this turn. But yeah, all right. So just take advantage of the free population growth that we innately get. All right, Garfield. You just stay on research for right now. I'll do this first, and then the planets that are close will not build factories. They'll be sending for the invasion of Mentar. Okay. But yeah, we're going to have a lot of very large planets here. Schrodinger fought off the one attempt to try to capture that world. I mean, our defenses are really good against anything except the neutronium bombs on that one Meklar setup. So that's the main reason why I've been staying away from the Meklar. By the way, did you max factories? No, you did not. 600 is your max factory, so you'll definitely max factories this turn. Beans. Great name, by the way. So we were able to fight off the various attempts to attack Beans. I'll keep the Stingers there, and I'm going to move the Mega Bolts down here. I'll keep 2 up there, just in case. But I want to move most of them down, keep them concentrated together. That's like the most basic rule of thumb ever is for military strategy is you want to keep your forces concentrated. People have known that since like the very most ancient times. Don't split up your forces everywhere. All right, so now this planet's a 95. Celia has still not been threatened with its 199 bases. Okay, food bowl. Now I'm pretty sure you're going to be sending pop in a second. Aurora is getting some love. I think we can handle that though. I'm not too concerned. Aurora's almost done its atmospheric terraforming, so that's good. And then we'll be able to do the standard terraforming after that. Although I can't remember if we had to do the Gaia terraforming first. Also, Nitzer. This is, I don't know what this base size was, but it's at 190 now. That's pretty wild. That is a nice planet. Size 190. I think that was a 100. I think that was a base size 100 earlier. Because Big Chungus was around that too. Anyway. So just going to be building factories for a couple turns. Little Nermal. Remember how Nermal was a size 10 planet? Now it's a size 90 planet. Terraforming does some pretty good stuff as you start to hit the higher tiers. And we still only have plus 40. I mean, you can get up to complete terraforming, which is plus 120, is the top tech in the field there. Okay, so now we've gone through. We still have tech spending, right? Yeah, we've got like one planet on that. Okay, so now that we've done that, we definitely want to send to Mentar. It's okay. Like Nitzer can hold off on factories for right now. Now that it's a Gaia world, it should be able to send like this pretty easily. Yeah, pretty easy to send that much. All right, and then we'll just also send from Food Bowl and Nermal. It's going to take them 2 turns to get up there, but by the time they actually do get up there, yeah, you can actually send more than before. Yeah. Okay. And that should be good. And then Nitzer, you still have some of these older ship designs. I'm moving up. None of the new ships have come out yet, but they're on their way. They're on their way. Where is this ship going? All right. Yeah, they're just going to retreat again. Woo. I'm not concerned about that. Nope, not bombing. Yeah, the Space Amoeba's up in the northwest, I think. I should probably keep a slightly closer eye on this. Now, this is going to be close. I think we'll be a little bit short, but not by much. All right, I'd like to get this turn. Ah, okay. As I said, we definitely get it next turn. Definitely get it next turn. Oh, the amoeba's definitely coming for me. Trust me, the amoeba's coming for me. But we should have enough tech that we should be okay. Where is it exactly? Now, it could be heading for Aranha. We'll just have to keep an eye out for where exactly that is. But Stray is ultra rich, Hairball's ultra rich, so we can easily build like 150 bases at any of those worlds that we need to. All right, so I think we probably have I think we have enough to take Meklar with what we've already sent, but I'm going to do another send because we need to fill the planet up with pop after we take it. So I'm just going to do another big send because that's another planet that can be, I don't know quite how much, but a lot. Probably be like close to a 200 million pop once we take it. Okay. So we should see if anyone else is. Are we being attacked anywhere else? Nope, just Aurora, and Aurora is the rally point for our new ships anyway, so Aurora should be fine. All right. So now we have to finish. So this planet maxed factories, so now we need to finish regrowing the pop. Oops, that is not going to do it. I scrolled in the wrong direction. All right. There we go. F8 for forward, F9 for back. Okay, you, Aurora, which is like an afterthought, continues to be an afterthought. Just making sure you have some reserve money. All right, so yeah, I guess you have to do the Gaia terraforming first. That's unfortunate. Well, you'll get there eventually. Kind of unfortunate. Nitzer, we already looked at you. Oh wait, no. I got off track there. Catnip. All right. So how close are you to maxing factories? You are extremely close. You need 2 more factories. Let's just grow the rest of the pop you need. And that should max you out. All right, whiskers. You actually need more factories, don't you? I think. Or am I miscounting this? No, I'm not miscounting this. You can go all the way up to, you need over 100 more factories. Not surprised, not sure why you needed so many more. All right, Garfield, there's other planets going to be on research now, so you can do this. You also need to stay on factories. I probably do not need to keep checking all these planets. Well, whatever. We'll just let some of these planets go. Some of them are going to have more factories than they need, but that's fine. As long as they say max and not like industry, yeah. You need to grow the, that's right, you need to grow the pop because you do not have maxed pop. Then you can put the rest in shipbuilding. All right. If it says reserve, then we swap over. That's right. Like this says reserve, so it does not need to build more factories. All right, that should get you close. Same thing here. And then you can put the rest into ships. Max. Wow, the ultra riches max out so fast, don't they? Food bowl, and then you're sending pop. You're a long-term project. Nitzer's sending pop. Okay, yeah, normal sending pop. You need to, regrow. Finish growing your pop. All right. Fat Cat. By the way, Fat Cat is pop 210 is the max. It can hold 1,050 factories right now. Oh boy. And yeah, and then Catnip is reserve. Okay. The space amoeba is not a joke, but I think that what I have will be okay against it. I'm reasonably sure that I can, just because the planets will be most likely to attack our ultra riches, and I think that I'm in good shape to handle it. All right, this short turn should see us take Meklar or the Sylon homeworld. Yeah, they have 11. We have 128 troop transports en route. All right, we should loot all of their remaining techs here. This should get us everything they have. Obviously, that's old. The main one we want is the Battle Computer 9. Okay, that's soil enrichment. We already have advanced soil, so there it is. Battle Computer 9. Fusion Beam is one of my favorite guns, too. All right, so this lets us jump ahead. So we should take the jammer tech because... we just got BC 9. We don't need BC 10. Whereas I think our top jammer is like 4 or 5 or something like that. Or I guess we don't have 4. Maybe it's 6. It's also cheaper to research too. Okay. So we got what we wanted there, and now we can turn computer spending back on again, which I had turned off for that reason. All right, yeah, a lot of these planets are maxing colonists or factories, like a lot of them. All right. So let's turn this back on. That should be good. All right, we're not close to hitting in any field, so it'll be a little while before that happens. All right, so I think that we're good here. We did manage to take Mentar, so that's going to be the focus of incoming ships. And now we've really started to push our way into the eastern part of the galaxy. have control of like all the disputed planets just about. So, and I wanted to look at the racial screen to see our status here. Yeah, our pop's starting to get a little out of control, but unfortunately it's still 22 turns until the next council vote. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the stream here and we'll just finish this next week, because in order to finish this game, we're going to have to play out 22 more turns, and that's just going to take a while. So rather than have like instead of like an extremely long stream today, I'll just do like a slightly shorter stream for today, and then we'll have like a slightly shorter stream tomorrow. Not tomorrow, next week on Friday. And then I think that's enough to close out this game. So, yeah, not exactly like particularly scary, not like dramatic or anything, but just kind of like very smoothly running over the galaxy. And we'll finish the cleanup next time. Yeah, well, maybe at the end of the game we'll even see if we can poke the Meklars, maybe. But for the time being, we're just going to continue rolling through the Alkari and Cylons, who are very weak, and go from there. Anyway, sorry it was a shorter stream today. Hope you guys have a wonderful weekend. We should be back to our normal schedule next week. So take care, folks. Have a good one. See you then.